One over the end line. So it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go. Throw left, throw left.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24. Yards. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield.
Lucy. 11. Lucy.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. That one goes for 24 yards. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their #1 receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check. Green 80.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Throw left. Lucy, Lucy, Lucy. 11B, 11B.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Here's Watson. The catch made by Hopkins. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Black 22! Black 22!
Throwing on third down, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And Denver getting set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 54, Ricky. Green 80. Green 80. Green attack.
To throw, it's Bortles. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Yeah, he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Move.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. He goes underneath to Freeman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
11. Move.
On first down, Bortles. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown, Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Watson going underneath. It's Coleman. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it's London football to begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. Out of the gun, Watson. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. 30, past the 20, and touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Fairbairn now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Green 80. Hank.
On play action, now Bortles. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Bortles now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Throw that. Set. Green 80. Move. Motion.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
11B, 11B.
On play action, it's Bortles. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Here we go.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Lucy. Move. So right.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Now he's forced out right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Richmond.
Off of play action, it's Watson. The hookup on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Throwing right side, that's complete to Demarius Thomas. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll toss it to Coleman. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Richmond.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Green 80. Lucy. Move.
Bortles now on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Bortles now to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack.
And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And his throw here's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Green 80. 372.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Drops it off for Coleman. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Watson off play action. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, it's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Down. Who waiting? Tiger.
On 2nd and 10, Watson going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Final play of the 1st half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
11B. Check.
A final shot before half for Bortles. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Watson on 1st down. Setting up the screen for Miller. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. This is Coleman. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They will run again with Coleman. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Coleman has it here right side. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Coleman now. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's Watson to throw on 2nd down. He finds Hopkins complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Watson now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Coleman. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Down! Black 22! Black 22!
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. This offense so far on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Coleman on the toss. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. From the gun, here's Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Welcome back now to Denver, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? A shotgun snap for Watson, eluding the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field.
It's all right. 11B, 11B. Move. Green is it.
On first down, Bortles escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hank. 11. Lucy. 11.
Bortles now on 1st down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A very solid gain of 27.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Whitney Merciless in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey. 380.
Here's Bortles to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Green 80. Green 80. Check 41. Move.
To throw is Bortles. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And now a critical extra point attempt here. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Richmond.
They go play action, so they will look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. So now he's equal his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Toss. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for our visitors, it's a 4th win on the year as they move to 4-9. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they lose their with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on